Commander Levieux sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. But that I don't think. We can head off. I've learned a trick or two since the disaster with the Almagia. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's bush. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garlands could begin marching on us at any time. Please speak with Lieutenant Eldestein that we might coordinate our counter-strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. While Red welcomes your presence at the plant, as there have been reports of troubling movements among the Imperial Army of late, yes, that you report to the Lieutenant Eldestein and inquire as to how you might best lend your talents to the operation. Private Holmes, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian dotmen you see have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design no less. By my order, the Flame Station here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army. I would once again ask for your aid. Lieutenant Edelstein appears elated to your presence, but his mood quickly turns sour as he relates to you the news of how several Imperial explosive devices have been discovered within the perimeter of the plant. Though he believes that the Flames will be able to neutralize the threat, he has received disturbing reconnaissances concerning the Garland troops and would once again call upon your aid. On a counter-offensive. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garland garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads leaving the Castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. For this, also, I have of course also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take on the field to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow Scions of the situation, and I am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alien and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Lieutenant Edelstein informs you that Imperial soldiers have been seen marching from Castrum Meridian. The garrison leader would have you join the Crystal Braves in their efforts to repel the advancing Garlands. Speak with Lieutenant Aline of the 4th Unit Braves and lend your strength to our planned counter-offensive. Glad to have you with us, Joseph. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garlands have deployed a small force from Cassium Meridian. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's Islands, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit the battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and village supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Hilbert. Greetings, Cyan. I understand the commander bids you and your fellows come lend a hand to the braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with odds the Garlands might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless, holed up in Hulda, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome, if enough soldiers are to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much Corellium. Let's take this fight to the Garlands. Oh, I scores indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Science shall join the fourth and give a battle to this main column. With the third then, Warrior of Light, your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out to the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuhaze. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Upon speaking with Alin, you learn that another force of Imperial soldiers has been spotted attempting to conceal themselves along the west approach to the processing plant. Before the lieutenant can outline our strategy, however, Captain Hilbert arrives and drafts you into assisting the 3rd Unit Braves as they set out to engage this second threat. Speak with you who has at Robot's push for further instruction. A pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Sire. Our operations invariably succeeded when you are around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater kind. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate is split into smaller squads. The better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing you as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. This will be a simple research and destroy. We'll bring this fuss back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Yuhaza welcomes your arrival and explains his plan to uproot the Garland raiders from their places of concealment. Search your assigned areas and eliminate any Imperial soldiers you encounter. You have discovered and defeated an Imperial squad. Move on to the next location and engage any remaining Guardian soldiers. You have defeated the remaining Imperial troops. Return to Yuyohaze at Rabon's Bush and report your success. You seem grim, Cyan. I'll take it to mean that between us more than a few garlands would be making it back to the cast room. These Imperials, though they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the Fourth and let Lieutenant Alien know the west is now clear. I would appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. You rejoin Yuhase and he speaks of similar victories in the field. The Lalafelin brave offers to share news of the Carlin's demise with Aline and asks that you do the same for Lieutenant Edelstein. Return to the Corellium processing plant and make your report to the garrison leader. Private Joseph, what news of the Carlins? The raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Armagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. You make your report to a relieved Lieutenant Edelstein, who once more thanks you for your deeds. With the Garland threat neutralized, it would appear the processing plant has been delivered from potential disaster. An uninvited guest, yeah. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is, the Rodagian lady with the large axe, who appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I don't know what test keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Tanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sword such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. If the battle against Castro Meridian's soldiers concluded, Moonrida is now free to conduct her experiments in the field. Find the scholar at Dalamud's talents and see how her research progresses.
on. I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh, dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
After witnessing Moonbreeder perform a successful trial upon a corrupted crystal formation, you are visited by an Ascian who introduces himself As Nobriales, the Paragon soon senses that you have lost Heidelin's blessing and teleports away, seemingly intent on taking advantage of the Scion's vulnerability. Moonbreather realizes that the staff Nobriales spoke of is likely to Upsimati, the relic once built by Louis Suarez himself. Hurry back to the Rising Stones and protect Mintville from the Ascians' intrusion. You're here! Master Louis Suarez's staff is kept in the cellar, isn't it? Quickly now. Foi roubado.
You two!
Ah, não foi roubado.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Suarez was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow the staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!